Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a what I eat in a day video. I'll be cooking 3 meals today and also meal prepping this chicken. So without further ado, let's get started on what I had for breakfast. So I made oats for breakfast. As you can see, I'm preparing it on the stove and we're adding milk to the oats, and we're going to let that cook for about maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes on medium heat. And yeah, I'm just adding my milk and I'm gonna let that cook. So I'm gonna add some brown sugar. I'm gonna also add peanut butter, strawberries, blueberries, and chia seeds. Sometimes I like to add cinnamon, but I didn't add it this day. But that's normally what I have for breakfast, and it's really good. I normally make a green tea with my breakfast, so simply putting in the tea bag and boiling some hot water, and yeah, that's my breakfast for today. Lunch, I'll be making a tuna and salad wrap. So here I'm just prepping the lettuce and the cucumbers. I'm going to rinse that with some water, and then I will be assembling the wrap. I like to spread some cream cheese on my wrap just to avoid moisture. So here I'm just using the sour cream cheese, just spreading it on the wrap before I put in the lettuce and the cucumber. I made some tuna the previous day, so this is just some leftover tuna in that bowl, and I'll just be putting it all together, and I'll have that with a side of strawberries as well. By the way, guys, when I'm making food for myself, I normally don't use like my proper cutlery. So you'll see I use a lot of like plastic Tupperware. It's just easier to clean up, nothing fancy. But yeah, that's just what I use when I'm preparing food only for myself. As you can see in the background, I have the kettle boiling because I'm going to be having this with a cup of coffee. And this is my lunch. So for dinner I'll be making mince, but I'm also going to be meal prepping some chicken just to put in salad for the next day. So I'll be doing this simultaneously. So I'm going to be seasoning the chicken, but first off I'm putting in some garlic, and then you'll see the spices and the seasonings that I use for the chicken. Once it's done, I'll be putting that in the oven, and then I'll get started on the mince. Once the chicken is fully seasoned, I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to get started on prepping the mince. But first, we're going to be chopping an onion. Once the onion is finely diced, I'm going to chop the green pepper. I just noticed that I'm chopping on a plate. I actually do have a cutting board, but evidently this day I was using a plastic plate instead. Done with the green pepper, I'm gonna chop a potato. First I'm gonna peel it and then I'm gonna dice it. Next, we put some olive oil in a pan and heat it up, and then we're going to put our chopped onions and green peppers and add in some garlic. Then we're going to add in the same spices that we used for the chicken, just adding it to our sauteed onions and green pepper. And first up, we have the curry powder and then the paprika. Sorry guys, I don't have measurements. I kind of just let the Holy Spirit tell me how much to put in. I'm also well aware that I'm cooking this in a pan, but I like to reserve my good pots for guests. So when I'm cooking for myself, I basically just use whatever, and this day I was using a pan to make the mince. Once we're done with the spices, then we're going to add in our mince. Then I'm going to stir that in and just let it cook. Okay, so back to our chicken that we had prepped earlier. I'm just going to put that in an oven tray. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius until it's done cooking. Okay, once that's done, we put the chicken in the oven and then we start with our vegetables. I'm gonna put the veggies in a pot and then I'm just gonna boil it on low heat until they are ready. Next, I'm going to be adding 1 beef cube to my mince, and then I'm going to stir that in until it's fully incorporated. And then I'm going to add in the potatoes that I had chopped earlier. Our boiled veggies are now done, just letting them steam, and the chicken is also done. I'm just going to chop it up and season it, then put it in a bowl ready for meal prep the next day. Seasoning the chicken with cheese aromat. I'll probably use this chicken to put in my salad. And meal prepping our chicken is done. Next, I'm going to be putting in some beef and onion soup in the mince and then let that cook for a few more minutes. So the mince is done and now I'm just plating it up. Gonna pair this with a glass of water in the end. But it's just minced potatoes and our boiled veggies. I like to add in just a little bit of mayo or tomato sauce sometimes. This day I chose to use a light mayonnaise. I'm just using the normal store brand, and that was pretty much what I had for supper. Here's my glass of water. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'll see you in the next one.